local forecast starts now with Chief Meteorologist Eric Finkenbinder.
All right, a better day after what was some pretty windy conditions and chilly conditions the last couple of days. We had a decent amount of sunshine this morning, clouds moving in all in advance of what's going to be a soaking rain. If we go back a few Saturdays, I think it was our first Saturday in March, we had a steady soaking rain. It rained all day, and tomorrow is similar, but I don't think it's going to be all day. We're certainly going to have a soaker, though, won't it? So as clouds are now increasing, I want to show you the lows this morning because, yes, these are actually, I always pick the colder spots. So we've got Manheim, Halifax, Edders, and Mifflintown, lower 20s. And currently, we're only in the lower 40s, so it's a chilly evening, but a somewhat quiet evening that we have. The average high now should be in the lower 50s, so we're about 10 degrees cooler than average, and that's okay because it seemed like 90% of our winter and so far this spring, it seems to be warmer than average. So we need to get a couple of chilly days. As we show you currents, we're into the mid 40s now, but check out Charleston at 68, 75 in Bowling Green. That mild air is close. As all of this moisture begins to lift to the north, it will send in some milder air, but really it's how you're going to enjoy it with all the rain. So we've got this front and this low. That's sending in a few showers across the western half of the state now. Not really too concerned about that one. This one I am. You can actually see the circulation around that area of low pressure, all of that moisture lifting up from the Gulf. I always say if we're getting moisture from the Gulf, it's going to be a significant or at least soaking rain. So let's show you overnight. Cloudy rain develops here by tomorrow morning, even before daybreak. So it'll be raining waking up tomorrow morning. Now watch what happens. The heavier rain, again, York, Lancaster, maybe Lebanon counties, not quite as much to our west. But notice the time it starts to wrap up. That's important because it is not going to be a completely washout day, especially if we start to see it tapering off near lunchtime. So our afternoon, I'd say mid to late afternoon and evening, we're actually done. This thing's clearing out. Now, we'll be a little gusty as this begins to kick out of here. I was talking to meteorologist Jackson Chastain a little bit earlier. Those winds could be 10 to 20 when this begins to clear out. And then Sunday will be breezy, but we have a lot more sunshine. So rain amounts, we've been saying 1 to 2. Obviously, the higher amounts keep focusing on the eastern part of the viewing area, lesser amounts to the west. Either way, it is going to be a rainy Saturday morning into about early afternoon for some of us. So a weekend outlook showing you that we got 52 then on Sunday. Sunday's certainly much better. Off to next week we go. The last week of March. Here we are. I mean, we're very close to showing you Easter weekend next weekend. And the highs will be in the mid-50s. I like this. This is completely seasonable. We don't have any extreme warmth, any extreme cold, any big rains or snows, even though I mentioned to you much earlier, I think it was a month ago, Dennis, I said, we're pretty much done with snow.
And I'm not so sure, but now I'm getting, I think you're right.
I don't know.
That's why they pay you the big bucks on this forecasting thing. You and Phil.
Yeah. Phil had it this year.
He nailed it.
Yeah, he did.
Thank you, Eric.